gentlemen, and welcome to North Shore Live Cooper's Corner. We are live this evening. This is April the 17th, 2019, and Easter is a couple of hops away. And we want to wish everybody for the holy season, blessed holy season, and hope you celebrate it with health, happiness, and prosperity. Easter and Passover and whatever other religious affiliation you may have. And we would also like to take this time out to mention condolences to our staff member here, Vic Walter, on the passing of his beloved mother, Shirley Walter. So our hearts go out to him, and we hope that she rests in God's hands, and of all times, this religious season, of any time. And so we wish everybody well, and hope that you heal with God's help and with peace. We hope that you enjoyed the weather because it's beautiful. It's very windy, as you can see. Nothing I can do. It's windy out. And so better that than the word starting with S and ending with W that we had a couple of days ago that fell by the fistfuls, not just flakes, bang, bang, bang. And then that hurry up and left the scene when we had 50-degree weather the following day. Kind of melted away. But I don't do the weather. I just report what I see and my opinion. But of course, you can't say anything bad about Mother Nature because, you know, if you don't watch what you say, it could happen again. So I'm very careful. We thank you, Mother Nature, for whatever you bring because we know that summer is coming, or spring, whatever it is, just as long as it's not winter. Anyway, we have a wonderful program for you this evening, and we are live, and we are so helpful and thankful for Angela Walker to have mentioned that Lake County has an Olympian. Did you know that? I didn't know that either. It's Shakita Jones, wonderful Olympian in the 2000 Olympics. Shakita's out of Waukegan, and she was a student at UCLA, and with 3.89. Holy moly! You got to be some kind of terrific student. 3.89 grade average. Just a brilliant lady. And you'll notice when we start to converse just how really brilliant she is. And she is 17-time Illinois state champion. Field and track, just incredible. Just anyway, you want to see and talk with her, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so without any further ado, to my lovely guest, Shakita Jones. Welcome, Shakita.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it is my pleasure. What an honor. What a terrific honor.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Listen, we would have had a marching band, but the studio is kind of small here, and we didn't give them enough time. But
another day.
Yes. Hey, I'll take you up on that.
Okay.
Absolutely, we will. Okay, this could be one of a two-part series. We don't know where this will go.
I'm in.
Okay, I am too. Okay, so Shakita, our viewers are going to say, we never even heard of her. We didn't even know about this. Kind of give us a little background on, you're up here, and you have to be pretty good to be an Olympian, and you have to be pretty good on the track. 17 times Illinois state champion.
Yeah.
Was that out of Waukegan High School?
So my freshman year, I went to Warren.
Okay.
So I won
Warren Township.
Warren Township.
Warren
So
Township.
I won 4 state titles at Warren.
Okay.
Then we moved to Waukegan, and I won 13 more state titles at Waukegan.
Couldn't keep up with you.
Couldn't keep up with me.
A fast lady, a fast lady. And so how do you practice for that? Is it just, ingrained? Is there anybody in your family that's got that,
So how I even got
speed?
into track and field is that I have an older cousin, Shannon King. He was I looked up to him. He was athletic.
Okay.
He's a high jump champion, long jump champion.
Wow, that's incredible.
Fun story, when we were younger, he used to bet his friends $1 that I could beat them to the light pole. And so your boys are like, little girl's
girl
not
gonna
beat
do
us.
that.
Yeah.
Forget it.
So I would always win, and he would give me 25 cents, and he would get 75. And at the time, I thought that was a lot of money because it was penny candy.
Hello, sure.
Yeah, so as time passed, I realized he was hustling me too. But he encouraged me to go out for the track and field team. I didn't want to run because I didn't see the point of running just to run. So he convinced me that if I ran track, he would leave me alone. I went out for the track team, won 4 state titles, transferred to Waukegan and won 13 more, becoming the Illinois state record holder for most state titles.
Isn't that incredible?
So I broke Jackie Joyner-Kersey's record. She has 16 and I have 17.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
And fancy you should bring that up because Chariots of Fire was just on the other day, and I was watching that. And the training that you have to go through.
Yeah.
I mean, they were running through the surf, the weather was cold, the water was splashing, the jumping high jacks, the up and down, all that. Did you have to do stuff like that to prepare?
Well, in high school, it wasn't that difficult. Well, it wasn't that difficult in high school track because my high school coach was a tennis player. So she really didn't give us many workouts, but I was grateful to have a teammate whose dad was a track and field coach. So her dad, the teammate is Vanessa Johnson, so her dad would come and train us. Then I joined summer track, and I would travel to Aurora, Illinois, and train with Thomas Boatwright. And Coach Boatwright in Aurora Flyers, and he had workouts that I had never experienced. But then I became the first person from Illinois to win a Junior Olympic Championship and a AAU Championship.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I guess you put the boys down for sure.
Yeah.
They figure, a girl can't do this. There's no girl that could beat me out of that. That's terrific.
But they learned early. I used to win all the field days against the boys. Yeah.
Oh my, see?
Yeah.
That was good.
3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, I won all of the sprint field days.
And you're really a short person in stature.
Yeah.
Usually, field is a tall person and strong legs. I'm sure they are, but but you're just a little bitty lady.
Yeah.
What did the family say? I mean, they must have been proud of you, or they were just, this kid, she ain't gonna do no good.
Well, yeah, I was really skinny, like really skinny. And so they would my male cousins, I have 4 older male cousins, they would make fun of me and be like, oh, you're just going to topple over.
See?
And most of the sprinters are my height or shorter than me. So
That's
most
incredible.
of the pro sprinters, so it's about getting your feet down on the ground as fast as you can and turning over. So who can get their feet up and down off the ground the fastest? So, yeah.
What about that was on gravel? If God forbid you fall, you really could hurt yourself badly.
Yeah. But fortunately, I was a sprinter. Every hurtler who has to jump over a hurdle has fallen and had gruesome injuries as a result.
And as you get older, those injuries, pardon me, they lead to other things, and it could be really devastating. So, how did you prepare so you don't fall? You wear knee pads or something?
No, you just go out there and do it.
You just run.
You just run.
Now, what's the fastest time that you made from start to finish?
Legally, so there are two different times. There's wind aided,
Yeah.
which means the wind helped you,
Wind.
or legally. So legally, my fastest 100 time was 11:11. My fastest 200 time was 22:72. So
God was
I
at
was
your
really
back.
fast.
God
Yeah.
was He was helping you along.
Yeah.
Oh, how wonderful!
Thank you.
How wonderful! And so now at UCLA, I mean, did they encourage you when you went there? I mean,
Well, I was recruited by every school in the country.
I
so with the U-Haul boxes, the large U-Haul boxes, I had 5 U-Haul boxes full of college offers. And so I narrowed it down to UCLA and the University of Florida were my top 2 picks because I was destined to go somewhere warm.
Warm.
I refused to stay in the cold.
winter in Chicago. No.
So I chose UCLA because of the Olympic tradition, the weather, and the name UCLA.
Oh,
to say,
sure.
Yeah, I graduated from UCLA.
Wow, that was terrific.
And every reason why I went to UCLA came to fruition.
That outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
And my coach at UCLA was an Olympian also.
Better yet.
Yeah.
So what is it like when you go, I mean, on what time do you get up? What breakfast do you eat? Do you rest? Do you do exercise? Do you have sleep time? What is your schedule like?
So it alternated. So we always had Wednesdays off, which meant that Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday were brutal.
Wow.
So it depended on my practice schedule. We would practice at 6 a.m. some days, like during spring break. I'll give you spring break. When we had no class, we would practice at 6 a.m., have lunch, come back at noon, lift right after practice, and then come back at 6 p.m. And we do it all over again if we weren't out at Texas relays or Florida relays. So we practiced 3 times a day, and
Now,
it was rough.
what about the weather? What about if it was storming, or what if it was windy? Or
Well, the beauty about Los Angeles is that
it doesn't rain.
It doesn't rain.
It doesn't rain. I know.
rain.
I've got a brother out there. It doesn't rain.
It doesn't rain, so that was never an issue.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
if it sprinkled, like we consider sprinkled, they consider that rain. So they shut everything down.
Oh my goodness.
So I'd be like, it's sprinkling outside. And they'd be like, yeah, no practice, no class.
No class.
It's like, okay, cool.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hardest adjustment for me was the smog. So I developed exercise-induced asthma because the smog content in the air was so thick.
Too thick. Too thick.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh my.
But the weather was perfect.
So, needless to say, you don't smoke.
No. No, not
Okay.
at all.
Yeah. Are you a social drinker or whatever?
No, not at all.
Okay. That doesn't fit. But what kind of food did you eat? What is your, that keeps your stamina up? Because a normal person, you're a super lady,
Yeah.
but a normal person just, when we finish eating lunch, we go to sleep. I mean, or breakfast or dinner, we, can barely keep our eyes open because the body is satiated and we just want to go to sleep. We just want to rest. So what is it that you ate in particular that you felt or you were told would expedite this energy that you had all tied up in you?
Well, I can tell you specifically what I ate because so many things were eliminated. I got to the point where I was at 8% body fat. So I had turkey, lean chicken, and on a protein day, a steak. There were no carbs, there were no dairy. We didn't, it was just fruits, vegetables, and protein. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Tea, coffee, orange juice?
No caffeine, no orange juice, no. So it was water, and more water. And we got Gatorade if it was hot enough.
Yeah, Gatorade.
If it was hot enough, and we had a hard workout, but no.
So would you get the same food every day?
Yeah.
You don't get breakfast, or you do get breakfast?
We do get breakfast.
All right,
so we could have a boiled egg. So you could have a boiled egg if you wanted to have that could be the only dairy that you could have is a boiled egg.
Well, the egg is protein, so and nothing with it.
Nothing with it.
Just a hard-boiled egg.
It's a hard-boiled egg. Yeah.
Boy, you could lose weight really fast. Okay, so that's breakfast. And then lunch?
It would be like a salad with grilled chicken or whatever you want to do, any type of green that you wanted.
Tomatoes or
yeah, you can have
tomatoes, carrots,
whatever vegetables you want to put in there.
Artichoke,
just no
whatever.
croutons.
Avocado, okay.
Avocado.
Oh,
yes.
avocado is good. Okay,
Yeah.
no croutons.
No croutons.
And what kind of dressing are they? Were they specific?
Yeah, light vinaigrette.
Light.
Yeah, or balsamic. Yeah, that was it.
I mean, you're turning into a rabbit really fast. You're eating rabbit food.
Yeah.
And the chicken, did they give you?
It was a specific type of chicken. It was halal chicken. So it had to be prepared a certain type of way. It could be grilled or baked. Those were your options. Or rotisserie. So,
Rotisserie.
Yeah.
Just a little piece? Or
a little piece of chicken. So about palm size.
That's well, Wendy's would go out of business if they served anything like that.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so an egg for breakfast, a salad for lunch, chicken, whatever. And what did they give for you for dinner?
So it depends. So you could have fish or a steak, but you could have steak once a week. So you had to be strategic about what day you were going to have your steak.
And they don't give you a steak.
Yeah, you get a steak, like I love a ribeye, so I would get a ribeye steak. And when I could have my steak one day a week.
And what day did you pick to have that?
Wednesdays.
Oh, Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Smart lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you get any of the trimmings that go with it?
We can do onions or... I do onions, green peppers, and mushrooms.
Okay.
But no carbs were allowed, so it would be steak and corn or steak and something, but no carbs, no potatoes, nothing delicious like that.
A baked potato with sour cream, butter, just
No.
Now, could you have a salad with that too, or you just have that?
You could.
Okay, so you can't double up on anything else. I mean, like if you had the chicken, you couldn't have another hard-boiled egg in the salad.
No.
Once.
Yeah.
That is really strict.
Yes, but it got me to the Olympics, so
Wow.
it was worth it.
The steak, is it medium done? How do you?
I like my medium.
Medium.
Yes.
Okay. Now, we didn't say anything about liquid. You just mentioned water.
Yeah.
So it's water, water, water?
Yes.
With every meal.
Yes.
You couldn't have a juice, or you couldn't have milk, or you couldn't have
no milk at all.
iced tea?
No. So you can have water, and you could put cucumbers in it, you can put limes in it, or lemons in it. But that's it.
And did you lose weight on this?
Yes.
Big
I was
time.
down to 8% body fat. Yeah.
Big time.
Big time.
So if we would follow your diet, I could be in a bathing suit by June.
Yeah,
I could just
easily. Yeah. And work out 2 or 3 times a day.
Oh
also.
my goodness,
Yeah.
my goodness. But I love bread, so toast and jelly and cheese, melted cheese.
Yeah.
How could I do that?
None of those amazing things. I love bread products also, so it hurt me also.
This gave you, I mean, did you take vitamins?
Yes.
Okay, so you took vitamins.
Yes.
And you must have taken supplements that were,
Yes.
helpful.
Yes.
So that's good.
Yeah.
But that is really critical. I mean, you get up from sleep and you could be hungry and you just get an egg.
Yes.
Can you mash it? Can you put salt on it? What can you do?
A little salt, but I just ate mine plain because I just wanted to trick my body into believing this is just what it should be. So once you eat like that long enough, your body adjusts to it.
Did it say at least give me the shell? You could at least a shell would be good. It'd be a little crunchy.
It would be
but,
nice. Yeah, and on our treat days, we got to go to Steak and Shake, but we couldn't have the bun.
Well, that's not a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, even for a snack, could you have an apple or a pear so you had fill-in then?
Yes.
Definitely. What's the best? I mean, I'm listening to you. I'm going to take your advice.
Okay.
So when we meet next, you're going to see a little bit.
I'm looking forward to the
Me
results.
too. Yes. I don't know how long I can keep it up. Maybe a half a day, but I'm going to try it. So the vegetable. What is a good vegetable? I mean,
broccoli. Broccoli is amazing. Kale is amazing. Avocados are amazing.
Avocado, I've heard, yes.
So I absolutely love eating those vegetables.
Oh, cauliflower?
Cauliflower.
Now, what is it that those vegetables do that makes it healthier for the body?
So they instantly burn. So they're not stored as fat. They go in as energy. And so they easily burn, and they keep your system clean.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go shopping for a 5-pound bag of.
So it's good for your blood. It's good for everything.
Really, of broccoli.
Yeah, broccoli.
Holy.
I love broccoli.
Moly, really. No beans, no legumes, nothing.
You can, but in moderation. Yeah.
What about soup? No
soup.
Split pea soup or
because most soups have a
meat base.
Yeah. So we have to stay away from those.
Ooh, that is torturous. And how long did you have to keep this up?
I was on that diet for 3 years.
I can't breathe. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
3 years.
3 years.
Morning, noon, and night.
Yeah.
And the only way you could interchange with the salad is either turkey or the chicken?
Or fish.
Or fish.
Yes.
What kind of fish?
Any fish, as long as it was broiled.
Broiled.
Baked. Grilled. So absolutely nothing fried. Absolutely nothing fried. Yeah. So it took time for the body to adjust, but once I got adjusted, it was smooth sailing because I was used to it. And
so now you have your opportunity to indulge in whatever you'd like to eat. So, but you're still fine looking. I mean,
thank you.
Just terrific. So you don't still just eat one egg in the morning.
No, not at all. I would never eat like that ever again by choice. And when I was doing that, I was like, when I have a choice, I would never eat like this again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I have fruit for breakfast now, and I enjoy it. Or if I want to have a carb day, I love French toast. I have some French toast. I really enjoy food.
So Shakita, what you're telling me then is you have to acclimate yourself. And if you do this, I mean, you can't do this cold turkey. You have to do this slowly. Can you do this? So how did you didn't just jump into this? What do? You just try it one day at a time? Or?
Yeah, so it was gradual. I went to UCLA. I love cereal.
Cold cereal or hot cereal?
Yeah, cold cereal. That was my favorite. I would eat cereal.
Really?
6 times a day. I love cereal.
Wow.
With whole milk.
Whole milk.
My coach was like, you can't have whole milk. You have to drop that to non-fat milk if you're going to have milk.
Like eating it with water.
Exactly.
Ooh, okay.
Exactly. So I got adjusted to non-fat milk, and she was like, why don't we try eliminating milk altogether?
Dry cereal?
No cereal.
No. Oh, that
was
was
to eliminate the carb. Also.
Holy cow!
Yeah. So it was a.
But how long did you do that? I mean, how long did it take you to say, okay, and then no cereal, since your body was so used to.
Well, it was a conversation. The conversation was simple. If you want to achieve this, this is what you need to do. And I wanted to achieve the goal of being a potential NCAA champion. I never became an NCAA champion, but I finished second 3 times. So I was a runner-up 3 times. But if you want to be an Olympian, this is what you need to do. And those are things I wanted to do. So as soon as it was laid
But
out.
it's hard for me to even comprehend to say, okay, so tomorrow what if you skipped breakfast? Is that better than just a hard-boiled egg?
Well, you have to break the fast.
Oh,
So your
okay.
body has to eat something to get you through the morning workout.
Okay,
So if you don't have anything in your system for that morning workout, it's going to be really bad.
And so you need to have some protein.
Something.
Something.
Yeah.
But no juice or coffee or tea.
No.
Water.
Water. Bananas, fruit, apples, oranges.
Did you pace yourself for like 1 apple in the morning or 2 pears or what? I mean, I don't know.
It just depended on the day. Like if I had class first, then I could eat more. But if I had practice at 6 a.m., the best I could do is grab something just to have it on my stomach. Because if you overeat, have 6 a.m. practice, it's going to come up.
Oh, too heavy.
Yeah.
And so, well, all right. So breakfast we know, lunch we know. Lunch doesn't sound too bad.
It's not.
And dinner, the once a week that you had the meat protein. But other than that once a week, what would you fill in for that dinner protein?
Well, I would have like baked fish, or I would have grilled salmon. Like there were so many different seafoods that I could enjoy.
You only have that one. I mean, there's no little side, no baked potato, no applesauce, no. So
green beans, corn, spinach, cabbage, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, turnips.
All good vegetables.
All amazing vegetables.
And you could alternate the fish with another piece of chicken or turkey?
Yes.
So that would kind of help you get through.
Yes.
Okay, so you ate this, and when you got out on the field, how did you have to exercise? And did you exercise like the night before for early in the morning, or do you have to exercise in the morning and then what?
It would depend on the day. So there would be some times where we would have 1 workout the day before, or 2 workouts, or 3 workouts. But they were all full speed, all out.
Full speed.
Yeah. So to the point where I would be crawling off the track.
Oh.
But it was all to push my body to be at the best when it was time to compete.
Did you think you were nuts to do something like that?
There were a lot of times when I was at practice and I asked myself, why am I doing this?
Why are you doing this?
Yeah. Then I would think, okay, they're paying me to be here, and I win a lot, and I want to be an Olympian. And so when I became an Olympian, I was like, it was all worth it.
Oh my goodness.
It was all worth it.
And we should let our audience know that Shakita, with such a high grade point average, my goodness sakes, 3.89, incredible. You wanted to be a surgeon.
I wanted to be a plastic surgeon.
Plastic surgeon.
I was watching a show one night, and I saw a burn victim. And I was a junior in high school, and I told my mom, I said, I want to become a plastic surgeon so I can help burn victims. So I went to UCLA with the full intentions of becoming a plastic surgeon.
And I mean, you had unbelievable skills in your hand.
Yeah.
You have skills in your brain and skills in your body. Why not?
Yeah.
But none of the, it's just very, it's not pleasant to see that you would be able to do the surgery on that and, transfer skin and do whatever. That's, And so did you go to any of the classes for that or not?
I did. I actually was a pre-med major for my first year and a half at UCLA. But our training schedule and our travel schedule had me missing a lot of labs. And so my academic advisor told me, he was like, you can do pre-med, but it's going to take you probably 6 to 7 years to get out of UCLA because you're going to miss so much with your schedule. Or you become a sociologist and then become a professional athlete after your time at UCLA. I didn't know at that time. I didn't have anyone to say, just go the pre-med route.
See?
So I was like, okay.
That's why I asked if you had a sponsor to help you push you along or whatever.
No. But that's what happens with college athletics. You're there on a free ride, but they're really benefiting off of you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Your title, your name, your experience. I mean, you can see how Army-Navy games, I mean, they're, go on and things.
They make a lot of money.
It's all for the sport. It's all for the pride of carrying that banner, of being an Olympian. That is incredible.
Thank you.
That is incredible.
Thank you.
And that we didn't even know you were around. You're just a young kid, and we didn't even know you were around.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness sakes. Angela didn't tell me about this earlier. I mean, because we certainly had you on the show earlier. But, this is, you'll be back for sure.
Angela's amazing.
Yeah, she surely is. She absolutely is.
Yeah.
And can you imagine? So nowadays, I mean, you don't have any feelings of really, competition for yourself anymore.
No.
It's what you do to help the kids. And as we spoke over the phone, you coach at the school. You coach.
Yeah, I coach high school boys at Zion Benton Township High School.
And they say, she doesn't know anything. She's a lady. She's a girl. We could outrun her. We could outdo that. And then what do you do?
Initially, I tell them, I say, pull out your phones and Google me. And so they look me up and they're in awe. And I say real simply, if you want to challenge me, I will race you. And when I beat you, you have to quit. So no one has ever challenged me.
See?
Yeah. And so now I have a summer track club also. So it's during the spring season that I have the high school, and then I move into summer track, and I have kids aged 5 to 18.
You're on the go all year round.
I'm on the go year round. And this year we're going to Sacramento, California, and Greensboro, North Carolina.
5 to 18? 5-year-old babies?
5-year-old babies. Yeah, they are the best.
And they run?
And they run. Yeah.
And do they run?
Yes. Yeah. It's the most amazing thing to watch the little ones be successful and compete, and then to see my athletes be successful. My success now comes from their success. Yeah. So I like to see that look in their eyes when they've PR'd or when they've won. Like that makes me happy because I've won everything you could win. So it's not about me.
There's plenty to learn from a winner. You want to be. You don't just do it to do it. You do it to win.
Yeah.
Are these girls? Are these boys?
Both girls and boys.
Which do you find is better competition?
Well, from my personal, I competed, of course, with the girls. Yeah. So that was one level of competition. But I find with the boys, I really, really like. I prefer the boys.
Really?
Yeah. Coaching high school boys is.
I mean, you don't think they're so macho and they're gonna,
not at all. I have been blessed with an amazing group of boys, and in addition to everything else that I do, I'm getting my MBA so I can become a college professor.
Probably have you up on the wall. Wow.
I went to Waukegan, so I'm on the wall in Waukegan, and I'm in the Waukegan Hall of Fame in the mayor's office.
You should be.
Yeah.
You should run for mayor. Don't laugh. This is, I mean, you should be. We need some people with some, go go out there in the political world. That would be wonderful.
I appreciate that. But I'm actually relocating to Kansas to build a youth center. Yeah, so I'm building a youth center to house amazing young people from across the globe and to fill them with all of the knowledge that I've learned and make them superhuman, so to speak.
As you are.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about that.
When is this transference going to happen?
This summer, at the end of the summer.
So we won't have you here?
You won't have me here full time anymore. But I'll have to talk to my daughter, and we'll probably, I'm trying to decide if we'll come back every summer to keep the summer track club going. But it's a conversation that we'll have. She's a freshman in high school now, so I want to make sure that she has the best experience.
Well, before you go, you will have to definitely be back on another show here.
Okay, definitely.
Absolutely. Oh, excuse me. So what did your parents think, or what did your family think? Do you come from a small family, a large family?
I come from a large family, but I'm my mom's only child.
Okay.
So my mom is one of 7.
Okay.
And her mom is one of 10.
Okay.
So I have a lot of cousins. Cousins.
I come from a family of 3. My mother was an only child.
Okay.
But my grandmother was one of 13.
Okay.
So you don't have me beat anywhere here. We're just, but the cousins are in South America. They're all over the globe. So, and there probably are many. We don't know. But that's incredible. So, but what did your mom think about your academic ability? What is
Well, my mom had me when she was 16.
Okay.
So my mom ended up dropping out of high school to take care of me. So she really never pushed one way or another. She just sat back and said, whatever you want to do, I support it. So if I needed to study later, she's like, what do you need? And she was just very supportive. She was at every track meet, rain or snow.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and she, like I said, she ended up moving to California when I went to UCLA. Yeah, so she's always been extremely supportive of everything that I've done. So she's been very proud. Yeah.
That's terrific.
I mean, can you imagine being a parent saying that your child's an Olympian?
That's outstanding.
Or a state record holder for state titles. Like every time you go see your child race, you know your child's going to win. Like I'm sure that's fantastic.
I know it. Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
How just wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't a horse race like you'd say, well, what are the odds here?
Yeah.
Because you know your ability.
Yeah.
You know your ability.
Yeah.
That's so. Was that hard on dating or going out or anything?
No, I had the same boyfriend from 15 to 25. So I was in the same relationship for 10 years. And then it went away.
Oh, my goodness.
But as you know, with fame or talent, it's never a problem.
Can't keep up. No, whichever one, they become, they can't keep up with it. They, you know, you're the star.
Yeah.
You are the star.
Yeah.
Oh, that's, I don't know, that's a shame, but, you know.
It's reality.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
It's incredible that you look at this with such an open mind, and that's really, I mean, what can I say? That's a heartache in one action, but look what you're winning in the other action.
Yeah.
And, you know, love finds its way.
Yes.
Sooner or later, love finds its way. And not only is it physical, as a gentleman would be, but you love what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You know, now this endeavor that you're taking on, Kansas City, Kansas, or where are you?
It's going to be outside of Overland Park, Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a brick and mortar building?
It'll be a brick and mortar building where we will actually house youth. So we fly them in from across the world, and we'll keep them and nurture them, and then we'll The goal is to make sure that every student that leaves there leaves with a full scholarship to go on.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do they have to provide or prove to you that they can accomplish what you want them to?
Yeah, so it's the organization is Furthering the Lives of Youth, and we assist exceptional youth with limited resources. In essence, it's a program that I would have been a part of had it existed when I was younger.
Yep.
Yeah, so high character, amazing GPA, and have a gift, talent, or passion, but just don't have the means to maximize them. Yeah.
Like somebody is talented in music?
Music, like for instance, we've paid for instruments so far. We bought a brand new cello and bow.
Wow.
Did not know how much that cost until we had to research to buy it. We have a chess player, so he lives in Louisiana. We flew him up to Illinois to have chess lessons with the top chess master in the United States who happens to live in Illinois, which was amazing. We have track and field athlete, volleyball players. I didn't know how much volleyball cost until we paying.
So you have to pay for it,
yeah.
okay.
So we cover the cost of everything these young people do to give them a chance to be successful. So now we're going to create a brick and mortar where we harbor them all in the same space so they can share their talents, they can share their gifts with one another, and they can also expand them and become even more exceptional.
Now, how many are you prepared to be able to promote and provide for?
We're going to start small. So in our group currently we have 6. So our first year we're looking to start with like 10, and we're going to follow those 10, learn, what we did wrong, what we can increase, and then we're going to increase the group size moving forward.
Now, how can you get them into America if they come from China or they come from?
So we have I have an amazing board, and they're spread out all across the United States, and they have all different areas of expertise. So I have board members working on that right now. So the first batch will be from the United States, and then we'll branch out every year. But yeah, I have board members who are who have international law.
Yeah, what if they come from Nairobi or, Kingston or wherever,
I have a team of people
all over
working
the world.
Yes. And the goal is to get them all in the same space to make each other even more amazing.
Are you willing to, or would you work with any of the churches that would say, hey, we've got this family and we've got a couple of their kids that are just outstanding?
I'm always about collaboration. Okay. Always about collaboration. So absolutely.
That's there are some that are in orphanages that are just, they can't find their way out.
Yeah.
And they would be really unbelievably beholden to you.
And for me, the onus falls on people, because I know that they exist. I just don't know where they are or who they are. So we have people nominate these children to us. Make us aware of them. My board then votes on who we help and how we help, and then we help. So I put the onus on people, like, hey, this person. When you find them, please let us know. Make us aware of this young person.
And what is your age grouping?
For now, it's 10 to 18.
10. So 10 would be what, like 5th grade?
Yeah.
5th grade, okay. 5th grade, okay. Would they be, are they able to travel to?
So it's the legalities that we're working out now. Okay. So it's the lawyers, the attorneys are going to have an ironclad where everyone's safe, everyone's protected.
Okay.
And there are no gray areas. So yeah.
Okay. 10 years old, wow. They have to leave home and they stay there till when?
Well, we'll allow them to go back home, like during the summertime. Okay. But in cases, like you said, orphans and young people who just don't have a place to return to, they'll be more of my babies. So right now, between my nonprofit, my track club, and the high school, I have about 60 kids that I call my babies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's terrific. That's you really opened your heart
Yeah.
and your arms to a number of kids that really will they will do well with your nurturing. They've got the beginnings. They just don't have the opportunity
Absolutely.
to work with it because, you might have a famous doctor or a famous lawyer, or a famous musician, or a famous writer, whatever. You've got the ability to promote
Yes.
their mental capacity.
Yes.
That's outstanding.
And that's what I'm most excited about. Yeah. Like I said, my success comes from their success. So
that's terrific.
yeah.
I mean, this is just. So I think you showed your family where they are, and where you are, and that's good. And so they won't be making 75 cents off you anymore.
No.
I mean, that was
never again.
Well, you want to go on a date, and my brother used to give me a quarter and say, I'm going to leave you here, and I'm going out on a date. Just don't tell mother and father. And you got 25 cents, okay.
Yes.
Enough for ice cream and a couple of candy bars or whatever.
Yes.
So, but after a while, that's remarkable. I think every family has that, where they can see they can, get around the situation that occurs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and a little bit of coinage helps to sweeten the pot.
It does.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
So when these kids do reach their full potential, and they go on to these miraculous schools that you're already grooming them for, at what point do they come back and maybe, this is just new, because you're just starting out.
Yeah.
When will they come back to help teach others to be able, how could they promote this?
Well, that will be completely up to them. I would encourage them to come back and at least speak to the younger people underneath them and tell them about their experiences. But for every young person that I've helped, I said, my success comes from your success. Go be successful.
Wow.
The only thing I want from you is to, when the opportunity comes for you to help someone else, make sure you help someone else.
Pass it on.
Pass it on. Yeah. Like, that's the only thing I want.
Yeah, I'm that way too.
I want you to pass it on.
Yeah, pass it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody wants to show appreciation, give to somebody else and help them pass it on. That would be wonderful. Yeah, that's great. I am so thrilled to have you here, Shakita.
Thank you.
I am just absolutely thrilled, above and beyond. You are a real gem. You are a gem in the crown of glory and majesty. It's incredible, really incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, you just, you had your path carved out for you. And what you could have made and done for others, you are still doing, but in a different fashion.
Yeah.
So those that, were unfortunate to have suffered terrible tragedy, with like burn victims you mentioned, you are still helping those that have suffered tragedy, that they don't have anyone perhaps, or are looking forward to a future they don't know how to get there.
Yes.
You are still doing a marvelous, marvelous work of God. This is terrific.
Thank you.
Really, really are. And a very modest person. And
as I say, I'm merely the vessel. I've been extremely blessed with speed and talent to travel the world, represent the United States. And now I've been chosen as the vessel to now help other people be successful in whatever realm that is. So I'm extremely grateful for that.
Well, I'm going to try your diet. I'm going to tell you I'm going to try your diet.
Okay.
And let's see where it goes. And it's pretty hard to just shut down the body. I mean, I'm sweets. I like a lot of sweets. And,
As do I.
And bread. I'm a bread person. Love my sandwiches and potatoes.
Yes.
So that's a very hard.
I will tell you, the first 2 weeks are the worst. The first 2 days are horrible, but definitely the first 2 weeks are the worst. But if you make it past the first 2 weeks, it does become easier.
That really, I mean, I'm thinking of, you're laughing, but I'm thinking of having a hard-boiled egg every morning. I may grow pin feathers. I would cluck like a chicken. I don't know what. All chickens better beware, because if that's all I can eat, and the steak maybe once a week. Hamburger meat, can you do that?
Yes, you can do that.
Hamburger meat.
Yeah.
Beef, hamburger, I don't know.
You can do beef once a week. So if you want your hamburger meat to be beef, then you can't have the steak. So it's...
See, and if you have to cook for other people and you smell that aroma of whatever else, that's going to be very, very
it's
difficult.
Definitely, but I would say we'll put a twist on it for you. You can have, now, instead of having a hard-boiled egg, I'll have a cup of tea with lemon and honey.
Well, that's not much. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you're giving up chewing and crunching for just drinking something down.
Or you can make a smoothie. There are things you can do to make it a little easier. If you still need that sweet.
Need that crunch. Need that.
Yeah. Yes. I totally understand.
See, and no English muffin or toast or. And do you still do that to this day too?
No.
Okay.
But now what I've done is I'm eliminating carbs again.
Okay.
So it's, for me now, for breakfast I'll have tea. And then for lunch I may have a salad and some grilled chicken. So it just varies. So it's a variation, but definitely not as stringent as it once was.
How about if I just do it a little bit at a time? Will
do
that
it a
work?
little bit at a time.
Because if you just cut me off like that, that would be,
body will go into shock. Also.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go into shock. A hamburger with no bun. I can maybe the bottom portion of the bun or whatever.
Yeah, moderation. So whatever you do now. So if you drink pop, and you drink 3 a day, drop it down to 2, and then drop it down to 1. Like, it's just about moderation. Yeah, to make it sustainable.
Gatorade, is that doable or
It's not good for you if you're not working out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't pump any iron or anything, or lay down and push anything up with your legs?
Yeah, I still do crunches and abs and push-ups. I'm about to start running again. So, yeah. Any
type of shoe that you feel is good for you or better?
I love Saucony. I'm a Saucony girl. I love Saucony. I actually have Saucony on now.
Wow.
So it all depends on your foot. So I absolutely love Saucony shoes.
And that's terrific. That's a nice looking shoe. It's a very nice looking shoe. It must be good for the foot. I mean, holds your foot. But it's a tie. They have that in Velcro.
Yeah, you could. They have Velcro shoes too now. I think Skechers has the best Velcro shoes.
Skechers,
yeah. Surprisingly, Skechers has a really good shoe.
So if you're going to run on track, do you go to the high school to run on their track? They have an indoor track or an outdoor track?
No, we have an outdoor track at Zion, but I like running in forest preserves. I just like the nature
you like
of
that?
The peace. I love the peace of it.
Wow.
Because if you run a mile on the track, that's 4 laps, so you see the same thing over and over and over again. And I can't do that. But
well,
if I
you
go,
get to see where you're coming back. You're
Yeah.
coming back. You're coming
I
back.
like the forest preserve.
Forest Preserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what if you get some bees following you? Then you really have to run.
Yes.
I mean, you can't play no games. This bee is going to be after you.
Yes.
Holy cow, that's this has been one wonderful, wonderful evening with you.
Thank you.
And we will do this again before you leave for sure.
Definitely.
And maybe we'll be able to get our character generator up and running. It's not up and running, so I don't know what to do. This is Shakita Jones. This is our Wonder Woman out of Lake County, out of Waukegan and Warren Township High School. And she was 2000 Olympian 2000. And she is a graduate of UCLA, the UCLA Bruins. Wow.
Yeah.
And 17-time Illinois state champion. I'm so proud and honored to have you on the program. You are just wonderful.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. You are just wonderful. And I wish you all the luck with all your endeavors.
Thank you.
But we know that you're going to do it anyway. It's going to be there. And, gee, if you'd have been in the military, we'd have won this before, Angela would have even got in. We'd have done this straight away.
Yes.
This is just terrific. I'm just overwhelmed, really. But I'm going to try the diet. Maybe the tea for breakfast, and that's it. It's hard for me to be without bread. But
Have oatmeal.
Oatmeal. Can I do that?
You can have oatmeal. Yeah. Oatmeal is really good for you.
But no butter, no cream.
You have to get creative with the oatmeal.
Oh, a creative.
Yeah.
That's like wallpaper paste, please. Oh my God. Well, I'm going to shake the hand. That's a wonderful. Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
Well, I want to thank you all for allowing us in your home or your place of business. We had a wonderful evening this evening, April the 17th. I won't forget this, 2019, with Illinois' 2000 Olympian, who won 17 times the Illinois state champion. What can you say about that? Just terrific. A wonderful lady. We wish her well. So have a pleasant evening, a very safe week. We'll see you next week on North Shore Live, Cooper's Corner. And have a most blessed Holy Week. And what your religion is who you are. And be a better person for who you are. God bless you all, and see you then. Good evening.